Welcome to another Escape to Gaming. This is Dean Thompson, your host. I thought I'd just take a few minutes kind of go over some of my favorites of 2012 before the end of the year, and there's certainly more games coming before the year is out, like Far Cry 3, which I'm very excited about. Earlier in the year on Valentine's Day, actually, Twisted Metal came out. In fact, I just got for Christmas, right before then, a brand new PS3. I was very excited. I knew Twisted Metal was coming out, but there are other exclusives too. I've always wanted to play the Killzone series and Resistance Fall of Man, so I was very excited for that. But Twisted Metal was a great game. It really exceeded my expectations. I wasn't 100% thrilled with the story, but overall I thought it really was a notch up with the graphics, the explosiveness of the cars, the weapons. It had a lot more button combinations and memorization of what you had to do to get the cars around and be fairly competitive with it. But I did love the game very much. One of my top picks of the year. I love the graphics. I like the fact that you could do a little bit of customization with the cars and even drive different characters with it, kind of mix and match with the cars. So going in the challenge mode in particular, a lot of fun. Second pick of the year was Sniper Elite V2, a really surprising game. At first I was going to pass on it, and then I started seeing more screenshots. I like the story of being by yourself behind enemy lines and going in and kind of creeping in, finding the ultimate place to snipe, setting up booby traps just in case someone kind of comes in behind you, and taking care of business. And it had wonderful epic headshots and these kind of an X-ray, kind of a Mortal Kombat-like graphics of the bullet kind of working its way slowly to the target, taking out vital organs, brains, whatever. But an awesome game anyway. Very, very happy with it. Not long after, we had Max Payne 3, a fantastic film. I mean, Rockstar never really disappoints. A great game. So very happy. I love the first two Max Paynes. I love them on the PlayStation 2, and I also just recently downloaded them because I like the third one so much on the Xbox Live Arcade. So there's tons of wonderful reviews out on Max Payne 3. Just you can't say enough good about it. A fantastic story, very good polished graphics, a real great attention to detail. So another fantastic third-person shooter with some of the old Max Payne gimmicks with the bullet time and what have you. Moving up through the year, one of my recent real surprises, a lot of people kind of panned it or may have gotten some mixed reviews, was 007 Legends. This is the anniversary of 50 years of James Bond, which I was actually born the same year that the first Bond film came out, so I'm like an old school Bond fan from way back in the Sean Connery and actually the Roger Moore days. I would have liked to have seen those characters in all of the original Bonds, kind of like from Russia with Love, where they used Connery's likeness and Robert Shaw's, but it is what it is. I thought that introducing the old original music score in there was wonderful. It really made the game very smooth, kind of Call of Duty-like, frankly, gameplay. The graphics are a little dated compared to some of the state-of-the-art Crysis 3 and Max Payne 3, but overall a very good shooter. I had a lot of fun with it, and I can't recommend it enough if you're a Bond fan. I would say one of my favorite other games of the year, my fifth favorite really, top game of the year, was Forza Horizon. Very, very surprised. I wasn't really sure because I love Forza 4, and I didn't know if they were going to screw it up by trying to make it too arcadey, but a surprisingly wonderful open road, kind of an open world game, but it really gives you the sensation of being out on the open road and challenging other cars. I love the scenery, beautifully done, wonderful customization with the cars themselves, picking actual wheels from real wheel companies, putting the thickness of the right tires, painting it the way you want. Incredible array of graphics, customizations you can do on the cars. Very, very good game. Quite surprising. Wonderful different challenge modes. It has a great multiplayer component, and I've got a lot of achievement scores in that, and just love the game. It's probably my favorite driving game of all time. And I would kind of wrap it up with my other top 5 favorites of the year. I had Spec Ops: The Line, amazing story. Somewhat standard third-person shooter gameplay, but a very good story and very realistic weapons. The sound of the M4, a lot of the guns was very authentic, and I like the cover mechanic very, very well. Great game. Sleeping Dogs, one of the really surprise hits. I actually waited a week after it came out before I bought it. Open world, very good graphics. I love martial arts, and I just really was kind of neat to see something other than New York or Chicago or San Francisco in a setting of Hong Kong. In the Orient with all the neon at night, and it had boats and cars and wonderful driving mechanics, wonderful martial arts. I really enjoyed the kind of like an Arkham City gameplay, a little bit clunkier but a lot of fun. Syndicate, a fantastic game which I played the original of back in the day. Very stylish. I like Brian Cox and the other characters. A wonderful portrayal of them and their voices. Very good gameplay, very stylish, and very modern. I like the fact that you had this. Everyone is kind of tied in with the chips, and you can use those to breach other people's thinking and have them turn the gun on themselves or what have you. Very interesting. Medal of Honor Warfighter, another fantastic game that really surprised me. I just actually a year ago played finally the 2010 Medal of Honor and was quite surprised. I bought Black Ops 1 at the time and kind of passed on it. Very good game. Well, Medal of Honor Warfighter kind of continues from there. Wonderful graphics with a Frostbite 2 engine. I thought it was quite impressive. I haven't played the multiplayer yet, but from what I've played of the story, wonderful gunplay graphics, and I do like the story elements. It gives us is grounded in realism, not so much the end of the world Michael Bay stuff. So, to finally wrap it up, the final game I really liked and very well polished is Need for Speed Most Wanted. It's a wonderfully produced game. Wonderful audio presentation, graphic presentation. The sensation of like racing through a tunnel with the sound of a Corvette, dual exhaust, railing through the tunnels and coming out and sliding and drifting was quite good. The cops are just relentless. I had a 38-minute police chase on that one. So a great game. Wonderful, intense gameplay. I mean, it'll set you right on edge. I mean, I'm already caffeined out as it is quite often playing these games, but that one's kind of a push over the cliff. So, anyway, this kind of sums up some of my, picks of the year. They're great games. I would recommend all of them if you have the time to play them. There's certainly many other games. I mean, I'm not saying that Black Ops 2 isn't great or Halo 4 or Assassin's Creed 3. They're all games I'm anxious to play. I actually have Dishonored. I just haven't had a good week off to really sit down and play it. So, I mean, many other people have their favorites. These were just the ones that really made an impression on me. So anyway, I wanted to run those past you. There's certainly much more I want to talk about over the coming months here with the other games of 2012 that I haven't played yet, and I can't wait to see what we got coming next year. I mean, I'm really excited for Alien Colonial Marines, and certainly Grand Theft Auto 5, which is going to be just the epitome of the word epic. So anyway, thanks again for watching very much. My name is Dean Thompson. You've been watching Escape from Gaming. Enjoy your games, guys. Thanks.